Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be on this look. I don't know what I'm going to call it yet, but I think I'm going to call it like soft pink makeup. So this is going to be one of two Valentine's Day makeup looks that I'm going to be posting on my channel. My next one will be something a little bit more dramatic and bold than this. But yeah, I wanted to do something a little bit like less glam and a little bit more kind of like toned down, which is why I kind of just went with like this soft kind of pink shimmery lid and then just like a glossy pink lip. And like I said, my next Valentine's Day look, I'm gonna do like this ridiculous red lip, bold eyes. So stay tuned if you are interested in that. But today's video is on this look. Like I said, I wanted to do something for everyone. I wanted to do something that was ridiculous and glam, but also something a little bit more toned down. You can certainly tone this down even more. You don't have to wear false eyelashes, nothing like that. And then also everything on my face is affordable and drugstore priced, so that is super exciting. And it's my first makeup tutorial with my new hair. And I gotta say, I think the hair makes it. Like, I love this look with my new hair. I love my new hair. And I just blow dried it yesterday, so I really like it. So I actually have to go grocery shopping after this, so I'm gonna go grocery shopping looking hella fly. And yeah, so if you like these kind of videos, make sure you give them a thumbs up so I know that you like them. Please consider I have hair in my mouth. Please consider subscribing before you leave. I would love to have you part of my little YouTube family. I upload on Monday, Thursdays, and Fridays. And I also have a Patreon account where I post some more stuff over there. So I will link that in my description box. You can check it out if you are interested. So yeah, guys, so I love you from the bottom of my heart forever and ever and ever. And yeah, let's just jump into this makeup tutorial. Okay, guys, so the first thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this hair up, and I am going to start with my eyes in this tutorial. So I am just taking some of my Maybelline Better Skin Concealer and I am slapping that on my eyelids, and then I'm going to blend that in with a wet Eco Tools sponge. You guys know how much I love this. This is like my favorite sponge ever, and this is actually one of the smaller ones. The Eco Tools sponge comes in a 2-pack, and this is the smaller sponge. And I love it. So I'm doing that, and next I am going to take some of my Coty Airspun powder, and I am going to set that concealer down, and I'm also going to set my primer. I did prime my face before I started. I'll talk about it later, but I do just do like a light layer of translucent powder pretty much all over my face. It just helps with creasing and stuff like that. So this tutorial we're using the BH Cosmetics Zodiac Palette. You guys know this is my baby. And I'm taking that light pink shade, and I'm taking an extremely fluffy blending brush. This one is from Amazon. I will link it in my description box. You can check it out if you're interested. But that's going to serve as our transition shade, so that's going all over the crease. Really take your time here. Windshield wiper motions, blend that out. Really, I take mine pretty close to the brow bone. And next, I'm going to go in with a slightly smaller crease brush. That's a rounded crease brush by Sephora. And I'm going to take that purple shade and really just focus that on the outer V of the eye. I'm not bringing it in too far. Once you really blended it out, you can bring kind of whatever left on your brush in toward the inner corner, but primarily you want that color to really be on the outer corner of the eye of like the outer V, and also in the crease. I'm just taking that original blender brush with no extra product on it, and I'm just going back and forth just to help blend everything together so we don't have any harsh lines. I'm taking the color Virgo on my finger. It's this beautiful like shimmery pink, and I'm just using my finger and patting that all over the lid. Nothing too fancy here, just putting it on with my finger.
And then I'm going to take that Sephora crease brush, again with no product on it or no extra product on it, and just going over where like that lid color meets the crease color and just blending it out real quick. Again, we don't want any harsh lines. And I'm going to take my makeup wipes. I'm using the Simple Micellar makeup wipes. I've been loving these recently, and I'm just going to get some clean lines here and just kind of like draw an angle with the wipe. And for foundation, we're going in with the Maybelline Better Skin Foundation. This is my current favorite, all-time favorite. You guys know I love it so much. And really not much to say here. Just going to blend that in with an angled face brush. Again, I wish I had more to talk about, but I don't. And then for concealer, I'm just using that same Maybelline Better Skin concealer, and I am going all the places that you would normally conceal. I also highlight with concealer, so I like my concealer to be 1 to 2 shades lighter than my foundation. So I am putting that under the eyes and down the center of the face, so chin, cupid's bow, center of the nose, and the forehead. And then I'm going to take my EcoTools sponge and blend all that together. And I'm also taking an e.l.f. concealer brush. Honestly, I think this was $2 or $3 at Target. And it's just this little teeny tiny concealer brush. You'll see it in a minute. And it just helps to really get into that like inner corner because an EcoTool sponge is not the most precise. So yeah, wait, here it is. I'm just taking that brush and just blending out any concealer that's kind of like underneath the eye and really in that inner corner. And I did add some more concealer because I feel like my dark under eye circles have been very dark, and I need all the concealer I can get. So again, just kind of like switching out like with the brush and the sponge just until it looks all blended and flawless. So I'm going to do a little bit of contouring today, and I'm going to use the Wet n Wild Cushion Contour. I love this contour so much, and it's such a good price. Oh my goodness. And I'm taking a super small, almost like kabuki brush. Again, I'll try to link everything in my description box. But yeah, so I'm just taking my time here, building up that contour right underneath the cheekbone. And like I said, I think the key here is to just take your time, and like the worst thing you could do is just put on too much product. So I really take my time and I put on just a tiny bit of product each time and blend it out. So once I've done both sides of my face, I take whatever is left on the brush and I do like underneath my nose, underneath my bottom lip, and I just gently go over the sides of my nose. I didn't put any extra product on the brush, just whatever was left. And here I am just taking that e.l.f. concealer brush and getting rid of any creases or any, I don't know, kind of weird texture where the concealer settles into. And I'm using that same Coty Airspun powder on my EcoTools sponge. Just dip your sponge in and then put it on your face. So I'm doing anywhere where I put concealer. So underneath the eyes, the chin. I also do my smile lines because I have a lot of trouble creasing in my smile lines, and I want to make sure that that is set. And I also do my forehead. And then for brows, I'm using the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in the color Brunette, which is like a perfect color match for my hair right now. My natural hair color is a little bit cooler than this, but the Brunette color is like this perfect warm toned brown, and it just matches my hair perfectly. So I'm using that, and I'm using the Essence Eyebrow Gel Mascara. I have a full brow tutorial. I will link it for you in my description box if you want like a more thorough, like in-depth video on how I do my brows, but this is just kind of like I don't know, like a sneak peek, so you kind of get the basic gist of things. But yeah, I always like to joke around and say that I need to build a brow because I love like a natural, like bold, feathery brow, and I have like the opposite of that. I have like little baby brows and I really don't have much to work with at all. So yeah, so like I said, check out my brow tutorial if you are interested for like a more thorough, in-depth way or view of how I do my brows. And then once I'm done with my brows, I take a big powder brush and I just dust away any powder that is left on my face since it has been sitting since I've done my eyebrows, or while I was doing my eyebrows rather. So I just dust away any like excess that's there. And then I also dip back into the powder, which I'm doing right now, and just like set my entire face. I don't bake my entire face, I just set my entire face, and also down the neck. For bronzer, I'm using Neutrogena Healthy Skins blends. This is in the color 30 Sunkissed, and I am doing like the hollows of my cheeks, like where I put that contour, and pretty much the entire perimeter of my face. So the hollows of my cheeks, my forehead, and also down the neck. It is so important to bronze down your neck. Please bronze down your neck. And I also bring a little bit of this on the sides of my nose as well, just to add a little bit of warmth back into the face since we've taken it all out with foundation. And then for blush, oh my goodness, it's so good. We're using the Wet n Wild Color Icon blush in Mellow Wine. This is so pigmented. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So just a tiny bit on the apples of the cheeks, and I like to sweep backward. And then I also take that bronzer brush, again with no product on it, and I just kind of like go over everything together just so it's blended and pretty. And coffee. We all need coffee. So for highlight, I'm taking the highlight in the Zodiac palette. Oh, so good. It is so good. I highly recommend it. So I'm doing the tops of the cheekbones, down the center of the nose, the Cupid's bow, and also the brow bone here. I'm taking a little tiny like eyeshadow brush, a little tiny like shader brush, and that's what I do the center of my face with, and also my brow bone. You guys will see it in just a few moments. So to finish up the eyes are super simple. I just took like a very small pencil brush. I took that first crease color, that like light pink, and went from outer corner to inner corner. And then I took the second crease color, which is like that darker purple, and I just focused that on the outer portion of the eye, just like the outer half of the lower lash line, and blended it up into that like outer V of the upper lid. I know that sounds confusing, but I guess watching it makes a little bit more sense. But yes, that is what I'm doing here. Under the eyes are very simple, like nothing crazy whatsoever. And then I did take that same highlighter from the Zodiac palette, and I used a little tiny shader brush and highlighted my inner corner, which is what you are looking at right now. So we're almost done with eyes. I took the Maybelline Cuvitude liner, which I gotta be honest isn't my favorite liner, but I bought it, so I don't want to waste it. And I am just doing a super simple, just lining the upper lash line. No wing, nothing crazy. Like I said, just lining the upper lash line here. And then for mascara, I am using the IT Cosmetics Superhero Mascara. Please don't hate me. This is the only thing that is not drugstore. And I totally forgot that I used this, but I'm sorry. Please don't hate me. Please don't hate me. But yeah, I like that mascara. And for lashes, I'm using the Eylure Baroque lashes. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'll put it in my description box. They're drugstore. They're like $11. and they are easily one of my favorite lashes ever. They are so, so, so good. And just popping those bad boys on. For lips, I'm using the Maybelline Matte Lipstick in Beige Babe, and then I am layering that with Colourpop's Fairy Floss, which is on their bestsellers. It's just a beautiful, like, light pink gloss. And that is it, guys. That wraps up this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm so sorry about the mascara. Please don't hate me. But I hope you enjoyed it, and make sure you stay tuned for my next Valentine's Day look. I love you from the bottom of my heart, and I will see you in my next video.